So I got the results of the MyHeritage DNA test. I waited all this time. I know it doesn't sound really long. Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I'm back with a new DNA self-test kit to do at home, and this time I bought a kit from company MyHeritage, while last year I did an Ancestry DNA test kit, and I'm just curious to see if I find any surprises in the results, because the Ancestry DNA test kit, they had showed that I can't remember now, I think 40 something percent Southern Italian, 21% Scottish, 14% French, 9% Irish, a bit Spanish, 2% Northern Italian, and there's a bit of Danish blood in me too. So I'm really curious to see if this time I will find something different. I've not opened this yet, so I have no idea what I have to do, how it works, what's inside, but I will have to take a sample of my DNA. I hope no one is going to comment 50% of the video is advertisement, because I'm not getting paid, unfortunately, and nor was I when I did the Ancestry DNA test kit. I would be very happy if I was. I would love that. This is just an unboxing, not an advertisement, so that you can see how it works and you can do it yourself if it's something that interests you. I just have to show you what I do, because I don't think it would make sense for me to just tell you, okay, so these are the results. Okay, now that I told you off, we can continue. Let's see what's inside. This is different from Ancestry. In the Ancestry one, I had to spit in a tube. Less disgusting than the other one, let's say. I'm having deja vu from Corona times. I guess I'll have to take a sample with this, then dip it in here and leave it inside for a few seconds or minutes, and then I will have to send away just this one. For best results, please do not eat, drink, chew gum, or smoke for 30 minutes before collecting your DNA sample. First thing I have to do is activate my kit online. I have to enter the activation code, which I can find on the back of this. I declined most of the things because I don't really want to share my data for research purposes and blah blah blah. Yeah, I just want my results. I realized I've not given you much context. The mom of my mom is Scottish, the dad of my dad is Southern Italian, and the rest of my grandparents were both born in northern Italy. So what I was expecting when I first did the Ancestry DNA test kit was 50% northern Italian, 25% southern Italian, and 25% Scottish, more or less. So I was really surprised to see that I was mostly Southern Italian, although only one of my 4 grandparents was born in Southern Italy. And then I am 21% Scottish and 9% Irish and 2% Danish, which I'm sure all of this is linked to my Scottish side because of the Vikings, you know. So I'm actually more Southern Italian and more Scottish than I thought I would be. But let's see if I get something different now. Open the test kit and lay out the unopened swab and vial on a clean surface. Cleanish. Remove the cheek swab from its wrapper and use the swab head to scrape the inside of one of your cheeks while rotating the swab for 60 seconds. I'm glad that it's not as bad as Corona tests. I just have to scrape the inside of one of my cheeks for 60 seconds. So let's use this fantastic timer I use in the kitchen. Okay, so I took the DNA test, the sample, and you've got to break the swab. Here you see there is a black mark, and you open the vial, you put the swab in, and when the swab touches the liquid, you break it here, and then you close tightly, and then place the closed vial on the cotton pad in the clear plastic bag and close the ziplock. Closed. Place the bag with the vial in the enclosed addressed envelope and seal the envelope. So one reason why, I can already tell you one reason why I liked Ancestry better than MyHeritage is that I didn't have to think about stamps or paying for postage. Everything was ready. There was a sticker that you had to put on the box and you just shipped it away. You didn't even have to get into the post office. So this is also why I guess MyHeritage is cheaper than Ancestry. Let me just, I'm getting anxious that I didn't close it well. Yes, I did. Good. And I will update you once I get the results back. Oh, I hate this part. I'm so impatient. It says, contains cheek swabs from a healthy human not known or suspected to have infectious substances. And I've got to ship it to Walsall. Walsall, yeah. I have no idea where that is, but I'm going to the post office right away. The sooner I send it, the sooner I will be able to let you know my results. Hello. So I got the results of the MyHeritage DNA test yesterday, and I've never seen them before. I got them 2 days ago. So I waited all this time. I know it doesn't sound really long. So I waited 2 days because obviously I wanted to my cat, she was, I don't know if you could see the candle in the shot, but she was knocking the table over with the candle on top. Yeah, so I had to wait 2 days, and because obviously I wanted to film my reaction in real time to the results. So on the 2nd of July, I took the DNA test and I sent it away. I went to the post office that day and I got the email saying my results were ready 2 days ago. That was the 23rd of July. So it took precisely 3 weeks, which is not too bad. Could have been worse. I'm so excited. I'm a really, really curious person, so I don't like waiting. And, you know, when there's something to discover, something to find out. Okay. It says, Camilla, ready to explore your ethnicity. Right, so let's go. I love the music. It says, I'm 47. The music is not stereotypical at all. 26.1 North Italian. 7.6 Scottish and Welsh. 6.3 Irish. and 12.54 more ethnicities. Let's hope that to find out those ethnicities I don't have to pay extra, as it so often happens with this kind of service. By the way, I loved the presentation that it shows you one at a time with the music. This is more like funny than the Ancestry DNA one. I would say it is really quite different from the Ancestry one, because the Ancestry one, still, I was mostly South Italian and I was like 2% North Italian, but I was 14% French and maybe 6% Spanish. So maybe this one has... I'm so sorry, it's my cat. She knocked the tripod over. I will abandon her. Do you want a cat? She's 12. She's an indoor cat and she's up for sale. Not even sale, you can have her for free. I think the Ancestry one maybe had given me everything divided, like perhaps my North Italian part. Like, obviously, my North Italian part would have been maybe influenced by some French and Spanish origins, while this one it just shows up as North Italian. I got rid of the cat. She's still alive, don't worry. What was I saying? So if you studied biology, if this is your field of study, please let me know and explain. I'm all ears. I still don't understand how, as it's just one grandfather who was born in southern Italy, so I would think I'm 25% southern Italian, and two grandparents were born in northern Italy, and as far as I know, both of them don't really have southern origins, but apparently they must have them, maybe. Or maybe I just got more genes from my father than I did from my mother. Because my grandmother on my mother's side, she's Scottish. So I would have thought, as I said in the previous video, that I would be 25% Scottish, 25% Southern Italian, and 50% Northern Italian. And yet it's so different. But let's find out the 12.54 more ethnicities. I bet you've got to pay? No! Yay! You don't have to pay. So it says the other ethnicities are English, 4.5%, which didn't show up at all in my Ancestry DNA test results. Breton, 3.5%, French, 3.2%, and Greek and Albanian, 1.3%. That's really interesting. So, Southern Italian, 47.5%, North Italian, 26.1%, so that in total is almost 75%. Then I would aggregate Scottish and Welsh, Irish and English, and that would be 18.5%. And then Breton, French, and Greek and Albanian. Those Greek and Albanian, obviously, I would connect them to my Southern Italian grandfather on my father's side. And Breton and French, to be honest, I have no clue who those origins come from. I would guess my maternal grandfather or my paternal grandmother, who were both born in northern Italy. This is really interesting. I'm glad I did this, and it's so different from the Ancestry one. Well, not all that different, just I'm way more northern Italian in this one, and no Spanish heritage at all. I'm looking at my DNA matches and I found my cousin Charlotte, the daughter of my grandma's brother. Hi Charlotte, if you're watching this video. Then I found so many relatives well, parents, second cousin, third cousin, they are all called MacDonald, like their surname, most of them are McDonald's, and they all live in Australia. I wish I'd known that before going to Australia back in September. And then I have other DNA matches in the US, many of them in the US, some in Italy, one in the UK, one in Germany. I hope you found this interesting. I'm so sorry for my lack of professionalism, but really it was my cat's fault, not mine. And I will see you in the next video. Let me know in the comments if you have done DNA test, if you are planning on doing one. Yeah, again, if you can explain my results, I would be really grateful. Take care and see you in the next video. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.